I designed the most sensory rewarding meals using biology, neuroscience, and psychology. Warning: frequent consumption of the following meals containing high levels of sugar, fat, and salt all at once may increase the risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. These combinations are highly appealing and promote addictive-like eating behavior and reduce control over intake. War will be held over the following dessert having cocoa at its base. Considering the white man stole that fruit from underdeveloped tribes only 300 years ago, it has been a global and international sensation, being a top contender of dessert main ingredients next to sugar and wheat flour. This is only the result of the two powerful compounds stuffed into this brown drug. Theobromine, which is easily translatable to divine smell, and fentanyl, activate brain pathways for excitement and falling in love. What a perfect bonding drug to consume together on a date. Wow, I tip my hat to you, Mr. Valentine, who owns that one day. To attack the brain at its core, we need to open the gates to overflow the mesolimbic structures with reward transmitters or dope. And the key to the gate is overstimulating sensation. So let's start with the sweet, fat, warm, and bitter, a brownie lava cake. This is not a recipe, by the way, I'm just trying to visualize what you could do. I have no clue how to bake a chocolate lava cake. But we have a whole tongue and are only activating 2 regions of it right now, so what's up with that? We're going to add the only fruit being acidic and floral at the same time. Crushed raspberry with a little lemon, and then I microwaved it. Real science, baby. Rich chocolate and acidic raspberry are colliding in the flavor evaluation center right behind the sockets of your eyes. Participants described watching colorful fireworks visualized by the clash of sensory signals due to the brain paying exponentially more attention to layered stimuli. It registers provocation, which can only be responded to by remembering until the end of time. The epitome of neurogastronomy. Not quite yet. Layered textures have the same effect on the brain as flavors. Crushed, then salted, buttered, and roasted pretzels as a garnish for crunchiness and saltiness, which is a flavor again. Sounds delicioso. But every masterpiece needs a secret ingredient. The usual model of the tongue shows bitter, sour, sweet, and salty. But the people forget what happens when all of this meets in the middle. Umami. Well, umami is triggered by glutamates. So salty glue-like protein, I guess. And nucleotides, which I don't have a guess for. Soy sauce is one of the single most glutamate-dense liquids on Earth, packed by every layer of fermentation. Additionally, we have one sensation that isn't balanced out yet. We have a steaming hot brownie and steaming hot sauce. And with hot sauce, I don't mean spicy sauce. Spice is for masochists and is banned from my studies. Sorry, spice fans, you masochistic pigs. We don't have anything cold yet. Ice cream. For the taste, we already used cocoa, so the second best aromatic molecule we have left is vanillin. It suppresses bitterness and enhances sweetness while actively reshaping flavor profiles to fit together like the conductor of a ballet. Okay, I know exactly what you are thinking.
Why does this YouTuber take a brownie with vanilla ice cream and act like it's revolutionary?
Yeah, you're right. But this is what had to happen, of course. The best meals on Earth are the most mainstream ones. Even without understanding the science behind it, you can still taste what's good or not. And the result is just the effect of natural selection over time. It is not revolutionary, but what I'm about to do is take your ice cream, add a little bit of soy sauce, and green olive oil, again for savory depth and enhancement reasons. After that you inject the mixture with almond oil aroma. Oh yeah. Oh no. This looks like a preschooler made this. Man, I hate cooking. I'm neither cook nor artist. I am scientist. Also, I'm a lazy scientist, so from now on I won't explain every step, I will just do it. Boom, life lesson. Next dish is based off the following sentence.
Who doesn't like chicken? Fried chicken, so let's fry some chicken.
Also, a quick tip from me. Don't give the toilet an extra long visit and hand over the responsibility to someone who is not getting a single piece of the chicken, because in the end it might look a little holy. Whatever, forgive and forget, because there are 2 limes next to it, right? Make a sensory layering sauce, blah blah, I already said all of that. Just put schmucky ducky, Vic cracker, tomato man poop, bee vomit and salty alien eggs all together and mix. Tomato man ate a lot of brownie, he gotta poop again, look at him go. Oh yeah, poop, oh poop in that bowl, oh yeah. Now toss the chicken and the sauce like your chister does. Oh, now we get our umami from the fermented kimchi that I found under a park bench. But I think you could also buy it somewhere or something. And our sweet from our secret ingredient. Banana. Okay, seriously, I peel it and they pay me for it. And then you brulee the banana. Caramel. Since chicken can't adapt flavors a whole lot at just eating pure flavor, and sauce is not that stimulating to the brain, we take the softest and most satisfying creation from white wheat, the brioche. And then we toast the brioche with a lot of butter. In the video I didn't do it with a lot of butter because I didn't have any. Now look at that. Maybe I am an artist. Next comes the universal global mega food. It might be rice, but I don't like rice, and it's also not stimulating enough, I think. What I really mean is meat between bread, the burger, the hot dog, the kebab, the torta, the chivape, the banh mi, the Peking duck and a bao bun. Human food is the sandwich. Now the only accomplishment a particular nation had is to create a bread so stimulating it could fit to anything, dessert or main course. It is flaky, it is buttery, it is lightly layered. In the right corner, coming straight from France, the croissant! I couldn't find any bakeries or French people, so I just made the croissant. Look at the beautiful croissant grow, isn't it delightful? The best way to get flavor out of your meat is to smash it. It will get crisply rendered and provide the perfect amount of volume in your mouth. The Americans would now add cheese to this innocent piece of flavor, yet they forget that cheese and all of its oils love to absorb flavors, making the meal more bland in the process. Also, the richness of the cheese and the gooey texture is everything but refreshing and overly stimulates your appetite, you know what I mean? Which makes you want to eat less and enjoy fewer. Forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing, okay? The only thing you're going to add is some hickory sauce, and then you're going to smoke it. The primal in you can trust a smoked meat better than to be healthy and clean of germs, so it is indeed more rewarding. But we are not primals anymore, so we liquefied the smoke to trick ourselves into ecstasy. The same primal instincts can't be stimulated by creating an organic sauce to complement the dish. Watch this organicness. It's just an onion and an apple. Cut those into small pieces. No, you silly goose. Not in 2 small pieces, into small pieces. Or rub it against some metal. I hate to say it, but I tried to clean the metal and now I have paper in my sauce and my gloves smell of onion to this day. I filmed this 2 years ago, just saying. To prevent oxidation, and I do hate repeating myself, to get sour, we add some lime. Look at my white childlike hand struggling to squeeze a lime. So weak and pure. You will be able to taste that in the food. To recreate this effect, you can abduct a child from the street and let it squeeze your lime. I do this for every meal. Again, bee vomit, this time poop from the yellow man, and I hope I didn't forget anything. And now, the secret ingredient. Bacon, seasoned, sugared, and then rubbed gently. The fat from the bacon will caramelize with the sugar in the oven and give it a sweet, crispy coating. Now, before we assemble it, I want to tell you that I did keep those dishes as familiar as possible to reduce the resistance against trying it. Trying new things is not only essential to food, but for life. For example, one of the most important tasks is choosing a movie, and you always choose the same one, trying to recreate the feeling you had when you watched it for the first time, when you tried something new. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone, remember that. Look at that Rosemont and the bacon and everything on.
All the recipes are patented and owned by the Corvain Company. Selling recreations of these dishes will lead to annihilation of recreator and recreators' loved ones.